Hey everybody, it's Stacy-Ann here again, and thanks. I'm back. I'm finally over the flu. Kinda sorta though. It's been, let's say, about a little over a week. And although it's like gone, I still feel, I don't know, it's weird because when I told my mom that I had the flu, she's like, "What?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "People die from the flu." And I was like, I did feel like I was dying. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even like trying to be dramatic. There were times when I'm like, this has got to be a slow death because I was feeling like chills all over. Everything hurts. If you even went like this, I was like, ah, it was really, really bad. I couldn't really walk. I had no energy. I couldn't do my 10-mile run as you saw in my previous video. So I was going through it big time. And now I feel a little bit better. I feel like I look a little bit better. My voice is back. My voice was kind of like hoarse and all in here was just kind of like, ugh. So, even though I can't really run, I wanted to run today. My husband was like, "Are you crazy? You're still not 100% like over it." And I didn't think it would take more than a few days. I legit thought it was gonna take like maybe 3-4 days, but let me tell you, this is not like the common cold. It's not like an upper respiratory infection like I've had before. It's not like sinusitis. It's something that kind of stays in your body, and I'm almost afraid to get out there and run. But I know I'm gonna start off slow, and what I've been doing is focusing a lot on just my overall health, just sticking with like really healthy foods. Because I had no appetite, I couldn't eat for the whole week pretty much. I try to take things really, really slow. Of course, I had my Jamaican soup, my chicken soup to help me, give me some energy. My mom was like, "Oh, you should have some soup." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right, because I've been craving that." I just didn't have the strength to make it. So, my husband was sweet enough to help me with that and get some. So that really, really did help give me the energy I needed. For those of you who never had Jamaican chicken soup, it has like potatoes, Jamaican sweet potatoes, it has chocho, it has, sometimes it has corn, but I'm not really, big on corn that much anymore because of the whole GMO thing. But I still have it as like my little treat. And chicken, I needed that protein, to kind of help my muscles along. Carrots and a whole lot of other things, but I needed more of like the broth. So I was like, go light on the stuff in there because my appetite wasn't really that strong. But as you know, when you boil soup, a lot of the contents boil out in the soup and you get the nutritional benefits of that. So I had that for a couple of days, and that's like all I ate. I was like, yes, I'm in heaven. Then I also, kind of really powered up on my vitamins. That was really important. I take this, I just take a multivitamin, and this one is made with actual stuff. It's not like synthetic. I got this from my local Whole Foods, not Whole Foods. It's a vitamin shop that I go to. Not the vitamin shop, but it's like a holistic or all natural, whatever you want to call it. And it has like natural stuff, like stuff that you would normally eat. So it literally has vegetables in here and everything. So it's USDA organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, all that stuff. So, not that I care, I'm not like a vegan or anything, but it's just good to know that it has like really good solid stuff in here. As a matter of fact, I should take one. I haven't taken my vitamin today. It's about that time. Let's see. And another thing that I've been doing a lot of is just because I have this issue. I don't know if I talked about this much, but I suffer from IBS, so I went to like an allergist, a gastroenterologist. I got a whole bunch of work up done, and they pretty much put me on this modified, what they call FODMAP diet. So I've been kind of modifying my diet in a really keeping track of the things that I eat and how it affects my body. So I've been doing a lot of fruits, but certain fruits I kind of try to stay away from. I love mango. It's my favorite fruit of like all time, but I can't really have it because of the reaction that it gives me. So especially when I'm training, the kind of foods that I stick to are things like a good old-fashioned banana, organic banana. I do that before workout. I also have like a little oatmeal. I make it myself from scratch. And I put a little bit of cinnamon, a little nutmeg. I make it with almond milk because I'm very sensitive to dairy. And I'll just put a little bit of raw cane sugar in there, or just sweeten it with bananas. And I'll have that before my run, and it gives me the energy that I need to get me through the race. And I usually try to wait like maybe a half hour to an hour, but the way it digests at a rate that allows me to run and not feel like I'm throwing up as I'm running. So another thing, coconut water. I've been trying to drink more of that. I actually went to that place that I was talking about, that I buy all my where I buy all my natural or healthy ingredient stuff, and the guy there was a real health nut. I said, I need something for energy, and he was like, coconut oil is good for energy. I was like with a spoon, like just have coconut oil like that? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that sounds kind of weird, but I guess they do it. So instead of coconut oil, I was like, okay, I'll just get some coconut water. Can't be that different. Has the same properties in there, has the same nutritional value. So back home, I had a coconut tree in the backyard. I don't have that luxury, so I just went and I bought good old-fashioned coconut water. And the good thing with this, I just try and read the labels just to make sure it doesn't have like a lot of sugar. This has 1 gram of sugar. And I try to watch the amount of sugar that I take in. But because I'm working out, I kind of let it go a little bit. But I usually have this like, I may have this a little bit a day. I don't even drink the entire thing. I just drink a little a day. And this has no artificial sweeteners or anything like that. So coconut water is very good. If you could get the natural stuff, I love the coconut jelly. If you could get the actual coconut and cut it in half and just, drink it from the coconut itself, it's the best. Or you can peg it with they have the coconut jelly in there, and you can actually eat it. It's a great snack. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's fantastic. Whenever I go back home, that's what I get. And also, before a workout, of course, I have my vitamins, and this is another thing that I've been taking. It's called Flora Vital, and this is rich in B12, iron, because I used to I can never give blood, and they're like, why can't you give blood? And I'm like, they're like, oh, it's because you don't weigh enough. I'm like, no, it's because my iron is too low. So this helps with the iron levels without making me constipated. And has a lot of B vitamins in there. It's really good. It gives me a lot of energy too before a workout. And once I'm done with my workout, water, I don't know if you've ever had water with all the electrolytes. You just have to watch the ingredients, because believe it or not, water has a lot of added ingredients in it sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't have much of anything, and you're drinking straight up water with nothing in it. So after my workout, I try to get something like smart water with the electrolytes, just to kind of rebalance my body levels, my energy, get my energy back. Or sometimes when I really want something sweet, or I'll have like a vitamin water or something like that. And this has all the electrolytes in there. I usually don't drink this stuff, but when I'm working out, I give myself a break, and I kind of allow myself that just to get my body reacclimated. Because sometimes after workout, I literally feel dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. That's what happened with my 10K race. They had to like put me on a stretcher because I was like about to pass out. And you're thinking, okay, that's only like a little over 6 miles. but I hadn't been running, and I remember like almost passing out, and they're like, did you eat anything? It was just like, I felt like I was in the movie, and it's like everybody's in my face, but they sound so far away, and I was just like, oh, and they were like, did you eat anything? But they were like talking to me like close up, but they looked far away. Anyway, and I was just like, no, I didn't. I really didn't eat anything. And then they were like, oh, you should have ate something. Yeah, thanks. And then they gave me vitamin water. They also gave me smart water, and they gave me bananas. Bananas is another great thing to have after a race. It's good for like your muscles, keeps you from stretching or straining your muscles. Keep that in mind, because it really helps whenever I strain a muscle or something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh. And a banana, believe it or not, bananas help for some reason. I guess the potassium levels in there. So I just keep it light when I'm training. Overall, I try to take in more calories. I drink a lot of water throughout the day to keep me hydrated, so I don't need a drink of water like every mile. And I also try to eat my leafy greens, my vegetables on days that I'm not running or after I work out. Reason being is that I get these cramps, or I get these like gas pains. So if I'm gonna have like a green smoothie, which I love, my son loves green smoothies, so every day I make a green smoothie for him, but I try to have it either way before a workout or after a workout, or I just skip it if I know I'm gonna do a long run. So normally I'll do my workout in the morning, and then by the time he gets home from school, we have a green smoothie together and we split it. So it usually has like kale. He has to have a banana in there, so he loves bananas. So I'll even it out with a banana, and then I'll add a little bit of like pineapple or a little bit of watermelon just to give it an added kick, and he loves it. So, and it's a great way for kids to take in their veggies without like thinking it's a chore. So he really does love it. So that about wraps it up. I mean, I try to keep it light. I try to keep it simple. I'm a work in progress. I don't always eat as healthy as I should, because like everyone else, I have my little vices. I have my sweet tooth. I love my brownies and ice cream and things like that. And I know I shouldn't really be having ice cream because of my lactose thing. But the fake ice creams, or the non-dairy ice cream, or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't taste as good. So I just try to balance it out. I'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'll back off when I need to. And, I just try and stay as healthy as I possibly can. So that's my update for now. I'm hoping tomorrow I'll just start with a few miles. I feel like I'm starting over, but I know I need to take it slow because my body's still very weak. And I still have, some congestion and whatnot. But I'm going to get through it. I have another a few weeks before this race, and I'm behind now. I was ahead, but now I'm a little behind, which is fine. At this point, my health comes first. So that about wraps it up. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.